Hey, what's up, gang? XIVs here with a Final Fantasy XIV video, and I hope you'll excuse me going to mine in the background because this video is actually about crafting. I know, crafting and gathering. Now, crafting and gathering was never really something I was super interested in any MMO I've ever tried before. It always just been like, okay, this is just something a little extra to do. It never really came and grabbed me. That is until Final Fantasy XIV. I've been thinking ever since I was talking about how I'm going to probably be specifically focusing on crafting. Why? Why that is. Why is this different than pretty much any other time I have tried to do this? And I think I've stumbled upon a reason why. And it's this right here. It is, let's go ahead and let's get some extra items right here with this ability. Let's go ahead and make it so we get an additional gathering attempt in just a second. Here, we'll grab some of this ore. We'll get another gathering attempt. We're going to go ahead and just keep going on this ore and maximize that effectiveness. And even with gathering, it's the same way with crafting, with like doing everything you can to bump up, use your abilities in order to get that extra chance at a high quality item. Now, they've obviously changed crafting quite a bit and gathering as well since Final Fantasy XIV initially came out. But this right here, what you saw here, is the core of why I think this is so good, why I'm able to feel like I can dive a little more into this. And yes, we can of course go ahead and quick gather, but that is besides the point. Is this ability to be able to actively influence your crafting, actively influence your gathering, that has really struck a chord with me and made crafting and gathering feel so good when I actually end up completing these things. And some of this is going to stem from a story. And we're going to scoot on over to this ephemeral deposit while we go ahead and talk about this. So back when I was in college, I was really getting into, you know, games as a storytelling medium, games in general, just something I really, really championed as my primary form of entertainment, as the form of entertainment I really felt was the most valuable. And someone who was a film student in college said to me, you know, the reason you enjoy those games is they are actually not a sophisticated form of entertainment. They are a more lowbrow form of entertainment. And that is only because you yourself are actively engaged in playing those games. That is warping your mindset to think that video games are a superior form of entertainment to things like books and film and all of those other things. And you know, back in the day, I really did consider that kind of an insult at the time. I didn't like that at all. However, the more I've sat and the more I've had moments like this, where I'm going and I'm using Meticulous Prospector to really focus on this, I've sort of realized that I should never have considered that an insult in any way, shape, or form. That is accurate, and that is honestly fine. Part of the reason I enjoy video games so much, part of the reason I really enjoy doing these things that I'm doing right now, is because of that active engagement. And that goes ahead and extends to Final Fantasy XIV's crafting and gathering system. In games like World of Warcraft that I played in the past, it's just, I have the items, I have the recipe, I click the button, it does the thing, that is the end of the story. With Final Fantasy XIV, I'm here, I'm raising collectability. I'm going to try and do everything I can to make sure I have pulled one of the best pieces of ghostly umbral rock that I can possibly get. It is the fact that I am going in there actively having an influence on the things that I gather. Even if I'm doing macros, actively having that opportunity to build those macros to make sure that I myself have had the input in order to craft and gather and create the greatest thing I possibly can. And that was me. That was me actively influencing that, actively going in here and be like, yes, I'm going to take these lightning clusters. Yes, I am going to increase my cluster yields. And I'm going to go in and grab this. Having that. having that bit of input, knowing that I have made it so that I get more than I normally would have, and it's not just affected by a specific backward stat, it is me. That is really what sets crafting and gathering in Final Fantasy XIV apart from all the other MMOs on the market. And that is what makes me excited to become a level 90 miner, to become a level 90 weaver, armor smith, whatever. I'm just excited for that, as I am to become a level 90 reaper, or gunbreaker, or dragoon. I know that I am actively having that influence. Anyways, gang, I probably have super overanalyzed this to the end, but that's just kind of how I feel about how crafting and gathering is going in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, hello, you just dropped out of the sky. So, gang, let me know what you think. If you are a crafter or gatherer in Final Fantasy XIV, how do you feel about it? Do you happen to feel the same way I do, or am I just a unique system, a unique opportunity? And what is your favorite crafting or gathering class to play in the game? Go ahead and mention that down in the comments as well. Anyways, gang, this is XIV. I hope you all have a phenomenal day, and I will see you all in the next video.